Stand by, we're up to speed.
Hello. I mean, good evening. My name is Collier, Lance Corporal Collier. I've not done any television announcing before. I mean, I'm not really qualified, see. I'm a Lance Corporal. Only I was booked to do a sketch later on in the show, and the chap who was doing the announcing originally, he didn't turn up, so they asked me to step into the breeches. Right. The play. This is set in one of Her Majesty's prisons. Well, it's not her own personal prison, you understand. I mean, anybody can go. Right, anyway, the play. Was that all right, Andy? Yes.
Prisoner to see, sir.
Send him up, Robinson.
What?
Send him up.
Oh, all right.
He's a silly old prisoner. He's a stupid old prisoner.
No, I wanted you to send him up here.
Oh, I see. Oh, you want me to send him up here? Right. He's a silly old prisoner.
No, I just wanted you to bring him in here.
Oh, and you'll send him up?
No.
I don't follow this at all.
Just get him in here.
And he'll send you up?
No.
I should hope not. I hope he's not expecting to send me up.
No.
Oh, I see. You want me
Just get him.
Right. Prisoner exists to see you, sir. Who's a silly old governor then, right?
No.
Send him up, don't send him up.
Well, now, Hedges, what can I do for you?
Well, sir, I'd like to leave the prison, please, sir.
What for? Compassionate leave?
No, sir, forever.
What?
Well, I don't like it very much here, sir, so I'd like to leave, please, sir, as soon as possible.
I see. Your sentence is 12 years, Hedges, yes?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you done?
3 days, sir.
3 days.
And a bit. And I didn't like them very much, sir, so I'd like to leave right away, please, sir.
What in particular didn't you like?
Oh, well, sir, they lock you up in a cell. And when I asked the waiter if he'd bring me a gin and tonic, he wouldn't.
The guard.
Yeah, and then I asked the waiter if he'd bring me the a la carte menu, and he still wouldn't.
The guard.
What?
No, he's a guard, not a waiter.
Oh, so how'd you get room service?
You don't get room service. There isn't any room service.
There's no room service?
No, it's a prison.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I asked the guard
Yeah.
if I could go and see my girlfriend, because I've been 3 days without it, and he said no. I had to stay locked up in my cell for 12 years.
Yes.
Well, blimey, it's unhealthy. So I'd like to leave, please.
Yes, I'm afraid you can't.
Oh, well, can I have some girls sent in?
No.
Well, can I go out with men?
No, it's illegal. You can get sent to prison for it in here.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Hedges, society has decreed that provided it knows nothing about it, we can do what we like with you. You're paying your debt to the English public school system. Most of them were very like this. Well, you made the point.
Yeah, I certainly need a saying.
There should be one or two letters.
Yeah, probably abusive.
Usually are, aren't they?
Yeah, you going up the club?
Well, I'd love to.
Yeah. Should get a porridge out of this, though, eh? What do you think? I've got Martin's phone. Make sure he watches it.
No, well, you see, the thing is, I don't usually do this. You see, I'm a Lance Corporal. And I know how to strip, clean and maintain a Bren gun, for instance. But, I mean, they don't teach you anything about television announcing in the army. I mean, maybe they should. You never know. Well, now it's time for tonight's lecture, and we go over to the Attenborough Museum to join David's Science.
An ordinary saucer of rancid milk. A perfectly ordinary, everyday saucer of rancid milk. And yet, this quite ordinary saucer of perfectly unexceptional, everyday, ordinary, rancid milk may provide the key, albeit quite accidentally, to one of the great scientific questions still left unanswered. Is life, as we know it, possible on James Burke? Or, to put it another way, is it always absolutely necessary to try and put it another way? And this is where our ordinary saucer of rancid milk comes in. Thank you. Because surely anyone who can get so excited about a perfectly ordinary saucer of rancid milk is no ordinary man.
Good evening and hello again. A perfectly ordinary looking chair. Or is it? Yes, it is, and I'm going to sit on it. There, that's better. Tonight, we're going to take a look at one of the oldest problems. Tonight, we're going to take a look at one of the oldest problems on television, James Burke. And to that end, we've had to build, especially here in the studio, this larger-than-life-size mock-up of James Burke. And we're going to take a look at it to see just what makes the Burke tick.
Well, I'm standing at the moment inside the James Burke mock-up. This is where James would keep, normally, most of his intestines. And I'm going to see if I can crawl through now, past his liver. And you can see that there's just enough room to crawl through and into the enormous stomach. A very impressive sight.
A fascinating thought. Another fascinating thought is spoon bending. Just think what positive, crucial advantages this holds for science. Now, another fascinating subject is Uri Geller bending. And tonight, we're going to look at a man in Harlesden who claims that he can bend or break Uri Geller without even touching him.
Well, Mr. Fletcher, what is your special power?
Well, I can, by exerting my willpower, cause Uri Geller to bend over great distances.
Really?
Yes. At the moment, he is in America, and I will just concentrate. And there he's starting to bend, and there he's thoroughly bent.
Well, I'm afraid we tested this theory of Mr. Fletcher's, but I'm afraid he didn't make Uri Geller curl up half as much as Uri Geller makes us curl up.
Hello? I wonder if there's any chance of getting out of here. I seem to be caught in his kidneys.
Here's another hoary old one, the perpetual motion machine. And I wish I'd been given a fee for every time I've seen this one. But, in fact, I have, and it does seem to work. All you have to do is take one old adenoidal television presenter plus one old program, and you can make it run on and on and on forever. Strange, but it does seem to work, as you'll be able to see again and again and again on this program. So, good night.
Well, there you have it. On the one hand, a perfectly ordinary saucer of rancid milk, and on the other, a perfectly ordinary James Burke. Scientifically unlikely, sociologically disastrous, and yet statistically accurate. Well, next week I shall be in a box at the Natural History Museum, and so somebody else will be here to do the programme. So until then, Good night.
That's the end of this programme. Look, he's gone away now. It's the end of the programme. It's finished. Look, you really ought to stop. I mean, he's gone home now. He's gone. That is the end of the programme. It's finished.
This man has a very interesting job. This man is the caretaker. It's a pretty poorly paid kind of a job.
Please.
He has to clear away after the lectures.
Look,
and
just get out and leave me alone, will you?
The sort of things that he has to pick up after the
lectures... This is an invasion of my privacy.
No, of course it isn't. All we want to do is to talk about your
private life. Get off, will you?
What makes this man so suspicious of answering questions on film?
Look, please, just go away and leave me alone. The show is over. Can't you understand?
Why is he so reluctant to answer a few simple questions about his way of life?
I have finished. He's finished. The theatre, the lecture room is finished. It's all empty now. Will you please go away?
It's the kind of suspiciousness...
It's an absolute invasion of my privacy, as I've said before.
And as I said before, my dear fellow, it's not an invasion of your privacy. Now, come back. Don't be silly. I mean, we're from the BBC.
Will you... Look, please.
Not everybody gets the chance to talk about the cameras, you know.
I'm a private person. Can't you understand
It's very odd indeed that he quite clearly refuses to talk about his job.
Look, stop filming, will you? Look, I told you in there, I'm nothing to do with it.
These people here are making a documentary about this man here against his will. Ought they be allowed to get away with this, or should there be some kind of law respecting his privacy? This is the subject of
This man here is making a documentary about these people here invading the privacy of that man there by making a documentary. And this, shove off, and this highlights a growing problem here today. Go away, a growing problem here today. Too many documentaries, not enough subjects.
Here, in the headquarters of BBC's documentary department, documentaries are being made every few minutes. But let's not talk about that, because right now, I want to sing.
I give myself to you, for I know I've so much to give. And when I'm feeling this way, there's just one thing I gotta say. Believe me, darling, believe me, I'm incredible. Whenever life becomes inedible, you know you can rely on me to provide an alternative recipe. Innocent moments of boredom can corrupt you. There are so many bestial things to get up to. The world is a manifestation of you and me. Every star in the sky, every drop in the sea. Open your eyes to the energy of ugliness. It's the same thing as beauty, all things being equal. It's no surprise then you feel full of emptiness. The pattern of life is so full of detail. Let me explain the inexplicable. We want to. Then let me solve the inextricable. Then when I'm through, all the world will see I've given myself to me.
Well, now it's time for our popular game of avarice and greed, husband and wife.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Husband and Wife, which tonight is coming before part 1 due to a clerical error. Well, at the end of part 1, as you'll find out in a moment, we had 2 couples locked in the soundproof booth with a chance to win a holiday in Bermuda plus a choice of weapons. And let's just see who has won. Yes! It's the Leddens from Scunthorpe in Gloucestershire. Well, our congratulations and a consolation casket to the Thatchers of Pinner. Well, this is fun. And remember, the violence is only in fun. There is no personal malice in any of it. I just wanted to say that because there have been 1 or 2 critical comments, and I'm sure the relatives of the Thatchers of Pinner bear no grudges against the Lucky Killers. We have to say that because the gutter press has been particularly strong with us. Well, can we have our first contestants, please, from
Bletchley, near Rotterdam. And their names, Rex, are Mr. and Mrs. Turbot. He is a market gardener and she isn't.
Well, welcome, Frank and Sally. And how long have you been married, Sally?
5 years, Rex.
Frank, how long have you been married?
The same. Oh, just a week longer.
Tremendous. And how many children have you got?
3, a boy and a girl.
And how old are they?
The boy is 4, the little girl is 3, and the other one's nearly 2.
Wonderful. And do you love each other?
Oh, yes. Rex.
Well, we'll soon see about that. Frank, come over with me. You're on first. What prize have you got eyes on tonight?
Well, I like the look of the kitchen.
Well, here's your question for an electric kettle. Frank, have you ever cheated on your wife?
What?
A beautiful electric kettle in finished stainless steel. Frank, have you ever cheated on your wife?
No.
No! Well, I'm offering you the electric kettle plus the complete wall-to-wall kitchenette dinette suite. Have you ever been unfaithful to your lovely wife? Included in the kitchen range is the latest gas, self-lighting, self-cleaning oven, plus a wonderful refrigerator and a luxury deep freeze. Have you ever been unfaithful to Sally?
Once in Bolton with a hotel receptionist.
Yes! Once in Bolton with a hotel receptionist. Well done, Frank. The kettle is yours. Well, now, Sally, it's your turn.
Not the adultery question.
Well, now, Sally, you said you loved your husband.
Yes, Rex.
Sally, I'm going to offer you tonight star prize. A Ford Cortina, plus a complete luxury semi-detached house, fully furnished throughout. And I'm offering you all this, Sally, for a divorce.
Oh, dear.
The house and the car for bye-bye Frank.
Oh, heavens.
Remember, he was unfaithful to you.
Yeah, but I love him.
You love him. Well, what should she do, audience?
I can't. I'll take the divorce.
Well done, she'll take the divorce. Well done, Sally. You've turned down your husband for tonight's star prize, the house and the Ford Cortina. And that's the end of part 2. In part 1, as you'll see in a moment, Keith Wrigley is in the marital hot seat, Janice Wrigley is at the controls of the electric chair, and remember, the higher the current, the more money she gets. So, the louder the screams, the better, but remember, it's all in fun. So, that's the end of part 1, so until next week, bye from us!
Hello, this is a sketch I told you about earlier, only I don't usually do the announcing, but they slipped me a couple of quid and I helped them out. Anyway, this is called Collier Rides Again and features me and the Brigadier.
Come in, Collier.
Thank you, sir.
Now then, Collier, I had rather a lot of trouble with you in a sketch in the last series.
Oh, really, sir?
And quite frankly, it surprises me they've brought you back at all.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, there were 1 or 2 complaints about your character.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Although my character came out of it rather well.
Oh, congratulations, sir.
Shut up. However, I suppose they know what they're doing, so I propose to give you
A couple of minutes of comedy time.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Shall I be getting better lines this time, sir?
Shut up. Right. Off we go. Now then, what can I do for you, Collier?
I want to join the Wrens, sir.
What?
I want to be in the Women's Royal Navy, sir.
Why the Women's Royal Navy?
It's a man's life, sir.
Collier, only women are allowed in the Women's Royal Navy.
Well, sir, I thought I could wear the little frock, you know, and pad myself out here and wear suspender belts and high-heel shoes.
Collier, this is all nonsense, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it's worse than last time, sir.
I think you'd better leave.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'd just like to say it's been a bit of a pleasure to make this comeback, sir. And I'd like to send greetings to Lance Corporal Harrington, Bombardier Wells, Daisy, Naughty Sally, Swanky Wainwright and Manipulated Pam. And I'd also like to request Neil Innes singing Crystal Balls.
I got my hand up the skirt of Mother Nature, got my foot in the door of liberty, got my head stuck in the railings of reason. Thank God for the banjo on my knee. Crystal balls, two fortune tellers, reveal a swarm of what will be. All in all, like clocks and watches, we got time on our hands and destinies. I've heard the squeal of tires around a corner. I've broken down and I've been told I've seen everything I ever hoped and dreamed for, squashed like a hedgehog in the road. Crystal balls, two fortune tellers, reveal a swarm of what will be. All in all, like clocks and watches, we got time on our hands and destinies. Just give me wide open spaces and clean living, as long as I've a banjo to pluck. I'll sing to the cactus and coyotes, hibbity-hi, hibbity-ho, que-sera. I said crystal balls, two fortune tellers, reveal a swarm of what will be. All in all, like clocks and watches, we got time on our hands and destinies. Crystal balls, fortune tellers, reveal a swarm of what will be. All in all, like clocks and watches, we got time on our hands and destinies.
I see. Yeah, there's a bit more apparently. Oh, thanks. Yeah, yes. This is set in a smart restaurant vestibule. Anyway, enter man. Good evening. I wonder.
That's enough. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like a table for two, please.
A table for two. No, I'm sorry, sir.
Why not?
Well, I'm afraid you're not properly dressed, sir.
What?
I'm afraid you're not properly dressed for our restaurant, sir.
What do you mean?
Well, we do insist on all our clients wearing a tie.
But I am wearing a tie.
The restaurant's tie, sir. It's just a silly convention, sir, but it is a rule of the house, and I couldn't possibly let you in without one.
Well, do you think I could possibly borrow one?
Well, it's not a very nice tie, sir.
Never mind.
Well, in fact, it's rather a dreadful tie, sir.
Well, never mind, we're rather hungry.
McNaughton, the tie, please.
Thank you. It isn't a very nice tie, is it?
No, sir, it's perfectly awful. Is this lady with you, sir?
Yes, it's my wife.
Might I ask her to take off her dress?
Are I beg your pardon?
Would you mind very much removing the dress, please, madam?
Whatever for?
Well, we don't allow ladies in the restaurant in dresses like that.
Why ever not? This is ridiculous.
Look, sir, this is one of the finest places in the Midlands to eat. You're at perfect liberty to go and eat elsewhere dressed like that. But in our restaurant, sir, I'm afraid the management does insist that our clients are properly dressed.
I see. What is wrong with this dress?
It's a frock, sir.
What?
We do reserve the right to refuse admission to ladies in frocks, sir. If she would like to go with our Miss Thompson, she can arrange for something a little less frocky. I'm sorry about this, sir, but it's not me who makes the rules, and that's why I must ask you to take your trousers off.
What?
If you would just remove the trousers, sir. It's not me, sir, it's the other customers, sir. If I let one in, I have to let the lot in. And there are signs.
The trousers?
Yes, sir. And the shirt.
Well, this is ridiculous. Why the shirt?
Well, we do have a special dining garment, sir, if you'd care to put it on, McNaughton. This dining garment does ensure that your own clothing doesn't get stained by bits of food, or if you empty cheese over yourself, or spill wine, or perhaps throw up over yourself, then it doesn't matter at all.
I might tell you that I am not in the habit of throwing up over myself in restaurants.
Well, we wouldn't blame you if you did, sir. The food is very rich. Oh, that's wonderful, sir.
Well, is this it?
Just the hat.
Surely I don't need a hat.
Are you taking coffee?
Yes.
You'll need the hat. Ah, and here's Madame.
Sally.
She dressed me up like this.
And may I say, sir and madam, what a pleasure it is to see people so suitably dressed in our lovely restaurant. Oh, good evening, my lord. Your usual table is ready, sir. Now, sir.
Well, now, perhaps we can have our table for two.
No, I'm sorry, sir. The restaurant is fully booked for this evening. Sorry.
That was a little bit severe.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I really must get out of this habit of killing people.
You promised this morning.
Bye, darling.
Now remember...
Yes, I'll try not to.
Morning, Mr. Hedges. Ah, 3 letters for you this morning, Mr. Hitchins.
Oh, thank you.
Morning, Frank.
Morning, Ned.
Morning, George. Morning, sir.
Anyway, darling, I really think I've got over the problem now. What would you like? Something else? Is the soup to your liking? I think probably. Just a minute, will you? Please, could you? Well, that is all for us from. That is all for us. That is from us. That is all from. That is all from us tonight for this evening. Special guest Peter Bartlett, and the wrong film sound was John Horton, graphic designer Smith. The costume was Reg Jones, the designer was Andrew Gosling, and the producer was 1976. Yes, 1976.